What was most important about this speech was that he was able to bring together, fuse together, the impact of defense spending, the amount of money, millions and billions being spent in Vietnam compared to the battle against poverty here in America. A lot of people also don't realize is that that speech was the beginning of the end for Dr. King, because literally 1 year later to the day, he was shot and killed in Memphis. Now, many of us talk about the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. We talk about the I Have a Dream speech. We talk about his mountaintop speech. But the reason this was important was because he put all on the line by going against the Vietnam War. A lot of black folks don't realize, or many people don't realize, that the moment he began to oppose the Vietnam War, his approval ratings tanked, speeches dried up, income dried up. Even black America was angry with Dr. King for opposing the Vietnam War. Other civil rights leaders were also upset with him. Many of them wanted him to be cut loose, called him a traitor. The last year of his life, he lived in pain and agony because of that decision to oppose the Vietnam War. Why does that matter today? Because here we stand right now in America, where President Donald Trump wants to now spend $54 billion more on our military, even though right now we spend more than the next 9 countries behind us combined when it comes to defense spending. The reality is this, that what Dr. King had to say 50 years ago today still resonates in this country. While we're running around talking about adding money to the defense, we're ignoring what is happening with the poor. We're ignoring what's happening in this country when it comes to the needy. When you look at Trump's budget, he wants to cut the low-income heating assistance program. He wants to cut money for rural America when it comes to poverty programs. What does it say about a nation that is willing to spend more money on jets and bombs and tanks as opposed to food and housing for those most in need? But also, just in case folks are confused, when Dr. King was talking about the war on poverty, when he was talking about how do we impact that, he wasn't just talking about black folks. Oh, he was talking about what happened to us dating back since 1619, going all the way through the 1960s. But the reality is this here. 2/3 of the poorest counties, where 20% of the people there have lived below the poverty line for more than 30 years, are in Republican congressional districts. We have a problem in America, and that is America loves its money, loves to spend money on guns, loves to spend money on bombs, but it does not want to confront what is happening with the impoverished, with the poor. We're having a battle today when it comes to health care. We're having a battle today when it comes to education. We're having a battle today between the haves and the have-nots. And the haves, like Donald Trump, don't give a damn about the have-nots. That was what Dr. King was talking about in his Beyond Vietnam speech. I implore you today, don't just hear this, but actually go back and listen to that speech. It's available on YouTube. Go back and read that speech and understand what he was saying, because that speech was so pivotal that it literally was the speech that led to him being assassinated. Folks, April 4th, 1967, a pivotal day in American history, a pivotal day in the history of Black America. And that's why we remember April 4th, 1967, today right here on NewsOne Now on TV1. A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air, and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not gonna let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.